Welcome back to Nation of Glory, where we bring you the stories of legends who shaped entertainment and left behind legacies that still inspire. Today, we dive into the extraordinary journey of a man who wore a crown, not just in the wrestling ring but in the hearts of fans all over the world. A man whose charisma, voice, and presence made him one of the most unforgettable figures in professional wrestling and sports entertainment history. This is the story of Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry O'Neal Lawler was born on November 29, 1949, in Memphis, Tennessee. Growing up in the South, Jerry discovered his passions early in life: drawing, storytelling, and the world of professional wrestling. As a young boy, he would sit glued to the television set, mesmerized by the larger-than-life heroes and villains inside the squared circle. He dreamed not only of being part of that world but of ruling it one day. But Jerry's journey was not straightforward. Before wrestling, he was an artist at heart. He worked as a disc jockey and graphic designer, often using his artistic skills to create wrestling posters. It was through this work that he slowly began connecting with local wrestling promoters. His art brought him close to the ring, but his heart wanted more. Jerry didn't just want to draw the stories of wrestling, he wanted to live them. By the early 1970s, Jerry Lawler's dream began to take shape. Trained by Jackie Fargo, a Memphis wrestling legend, Jerry stepped into the ring for the first time. What stood out immediately was his natural charisma. He wasn't the biggest or the fastest, but he had something few others had: the ability to connect with the crowd. Whether they loved him or hated him, fans couldn't take their eyes off Jerry the King Lawler. As the years passed, Lawler's reputation grew. He became known for his sharp wit, his bold personality, and his incredible ability to tell a story inside the ring. Fans in Memphis witnessed his rise firsthand, and soon, Jerry wasn't just another wrestler, he was their wrestler. He became the pride of Memphis, the man who carried the city's wrestling scene on his back. But Jerry Lawler's story would not be complete without mentioning his famous feuds, and none became more iconic than his rivalry with comedian Andy Kaufman. In the early 1980s, Kaufman, known for his eccentric comedy, began wrestling women as part of his act. But when he stepped into the world of Memphis wrestling, he met the king. Their feud turned into one of the most talked about storylines in wrestling history. From the slaps heard on live television to their confrontation on The David Letterman Show, the Lawler-Kaufman rivalry blurred the lines between reality and performance. It was groundbreaking, and it made Jerry Lawler a household name, far beyond Memphis. Behind the crown and the bravado, Jerry was also a tireless worker. He wrestled night after night, sometimes performing multiple shows a week, keeping the Memphis territory alive and thriving. He wasn't just the face of the promotion, he was its lifeblood. His battles with legends like Terry Funk, Nick Bockwinkel, and Bill Dundee became classics, still remembered and celebrated by fans today. Yet, Jerry Lawler's career wasn't only about wrestling in the ring. His voice, his energy, and his personality found a second home behind the commentary desk. In the 1990s, as WWE rose to global dominance, Jerry joined Vince McMahon and Jim Ross as part of the commentary team. His quick humor, unforgettable one-liners, and ability to bring matches to life made him one of the greatest commentators in wrestling history. For a new generation of fans, Jerry wasn't just the king in the ring, he was the voice that guided them through the highs and lows of WWE's most exciting era. Think about the Attitude Era, one of the most popular times in wrestling history. As Stone Cold Steve Austin clashed with The Rock, as The Undertaker and Kane told their chilling stories, and as WWE transformed into a cultural phenomenon, Jerry Lawler was there, calling the action with a mix of comedy, intensity, and heart. He made moments bigger. He made characters funnier, scarier, or more beloved. His voice became part of wrestling's soundtrack. But Jerry's journey was not without struggles. Over the years, he faced personal challenges, health scares, and even life-threatening moments. In 2012, while commentating live on Monday Night Raw, he suffered a cardiac arrest. The wrestling world held its breath, fearing the worst. But true to his spirit as the king, Jerry fought his way back. Just months later, he returned to the commentary table, proving once again that his resilience and love for wrestling were unshakable. That moment reminded fans everywhere why Jerry Lawler was more than just a character on television. He was a fighter, a survivor, someone who refused to give up, no matter how steep the odds. His return was not just a comeback, it was a victory for everyone who had ever faced challenges and found the strength to rise again. Over his long career, Jerry Lawler won more championships than almost anyone in wrestling history. In fact, he is recognized as holding more than 150 different titles, a staggering number that cements his legacy as one of the most decorated wrestlers of all time. Yet, despite all those belts and victories, the crown he wore carried more than just gold, it carried the love of his fans. In 2007, Jerry Lawler's lifelong contributions to wrestling were recognized when he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. It was a moment of celebration not just for him, but for Memphis, for WWE, and for everyone who had cheered for the King over the decades. The ovation he received was a testament to the respect and admiration he earned through his years of dedication. Even after his official retirement from the ring, Jerry continued to make appearances, signing a Legends contract with WWE and reminding fans of his incredible legacy. He also never left behind his love for art, often returning to his roots with drawings and creative projects, proving that the boy who once dreamed in Memphis never lost sight of where it all began. What makes Jerry Lawler's story so powerful is the emotional connection he created. For the fans in Memphis, he was a hometown hero. For WWE audiences worldwide, he was the witty commentator who made them laugh and cry. For fellow wrestlers, he was a mentor and a leader. And for the entire wrestling world, he was and always will be the king. Think about what that crown represents. It's not just a prop or a nickname. It's a symbol of a man who devoted his life to entertaining people, to making them feel something, every time he stepped into the ring or picked up a microphone. Whether he was playing the villain or the hero, Jerry Lawler always gave his heart. And beyond the lights and cameras, Jerry's humanity shone through. His resilience in the face of health struggles, his loyalty to Memphis wrestling, his love for the fans who supported him, it all paints a picture of a man who never forgot who he was or where he came from. As we look back on his remarkable journey, we see not just a career, but a lifetime of dedication. From drawing posters as a young artist, to battling Andy Kaufman on national television, to calling the rise of Stone Cold and The Rock, Jerry Lawler's story is one of passion, perseverance, and love for the sport that defined his life. And even today, when fans see that crown and hear his voice, they are reminded of countless memories, countless laughs, and countless moments of glory. Jerry the King Lawler showed us that true royalty in wrestling isn't about birthright, it's about earning respect, giving everything you have, and leaving behind a legacy that time cannot erase. This was the story of Jerry the King Lawler, a legend, a fighter, a survivor, and a man who will forever be remembered as one of the greatest to ever step into the world of wrestling and sports entertainment. Thank you for watching this story on Nation of Glory. If you enjoyed this journey into the life of Jerry the King Lawler, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with friends and fellow wrestling fans, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories about the legends of Hollywood and beyond. Until next time, keep celebrating greatness, keep believing in legends, and keep the glory alive.